Welcome to another Do Not Disturb dog walk. Right, this is going to be the episode where we kiss goodbye to this harness, ladies and gentlemen. It's a feature in every episode so far, but from here on out, no more, because I broke it. This bit here is broken. It's no longer secure. You know, I like to make things last. It'll be kind of cool to retrofit a replacement part to keep it going. Oh look, I totally annihilated that one. So the reason is I had it hanging up on the back of the bus because it was covered in sand from yesterday's beach walk. It was hanging on the bike actually on the back of the bus, and I was sort of hoping that while we were transiting here that the sand would shake off it, but it didn't. So then when I'm preparing for this mission today, I thought I'd give it a whack. There's Toto up there, look. Thought I'd give it a whack against the side of the bus to blow the sand off it, which succeeded. That was successful, but I broke it. So, kiss it goodbye, everybody. Anyway, we've always had another harness for Quigley, and that's what he's wearing now. Quigley, haere mai. Here. Come on. Come over here. Come over here. Yeah. He wants to stay home. He so desperately wants to stay home. I can't go recording a dog walk adventure without you, my dog. You're the star of the show. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think this little attachment's going to last very much longer. Alright, come on. I got you. I don't even know if it's a good idea to do this, but we're going cycle riding again today, and if you watched a prior cycle run episode, the one prior to this, in the playlist, it was making funny noises last time we took it for a ride, and I ascertained at the time that it was probably an issue with tyre pressure, and oh, I was right. I was very right. I took it to the place to pump up the tyre this morning, and it gave me a reading on the tyre pressure that existed in it. It only had 10 psi on board. So I pumped it up to the recommended 35 psi. Actually, I like to go a little bit lower than the recommended, so it's actually at 32. Alright, I'm just going to wait for Quigley to get on site, and then we'll go. Good boy. Alright, feet on the pedals. Here we go. Woo! Oh, I can definitely feel. Oh! The thing about low tyre pressure is you don't feel the vibrations as much, but now that that tyre is pumped up, I can feel every little bump. Alright, here we go. Quigley's going for a run. He's loving it. He's loving it. Now we're going to go over there to that bridge and go across it and see where that leads us. Well, first we'll pay attention to the sign, huh? What does it say? Due to risk of rockfall, we've closed the gorge to visitors. So it's actually illegal to visit in there. That's dumb because public have had access for most of the past few years since this gorge closed. Look at this map here. This used to be the highway access over the Ashurst through this mountain range here, and following the river that calls its way through. There's actually a railway line in through there as well. I'm still not sure actually if rail is still a thing going through there. But I know for a fact that a massive landslide took out the road, and it's been closed ever since. And I could share with you some footage from the other day, and maybe today when we go back through it. There's a new road, a new section of highway that's been created to replace the loss of the Manawatū Gorge road. Anyway, it's been my dream for some time to tour through the old Gorge Road, because in this day and age, these few years later after it closed, it is like an apocalyptic scenario in there, I promise you. Weeds growing out of the roadway and all sorts, because it no longer supports traffic and it's been abandoned. And really, I think that the sign saying it's prohibited to go in there is really saying, if you go in there and you die, it's your fault. I mean, it's your problem. Like, because we told you not to, and you did it anyway. Wow, I can literally feel every vibration through this back tyre. I might have to let some air out now. Come on, Quigley. He's sort of being a bit laggy, slowing me down a bit. And I'm riding close to the grass so that he runs on the grass. That's the point of that. Hey, and obviously, most of the recordings we've made so far since the bike. This pedal chopper bike is new on the scene. Obviously, we usually walk, so I hope that in this day and age, with the bike on team, that you enjoy the increased pace. It's basically my version of a mobility scooter. Come on, Quigs. Come on, buddy. Now we've got the bike, we still don't have extra cameras. I want to mount cameras on the bike. I want the Insta 360 camera so I can show you 360 surround views, or whatever my choice is of what looks coolest from that point of view. And I promise you, in my heart and soul, I've promised myself to get those equipments when I can afford to get them. I consider us a crowd-funded broadcast, and so I do have funding platforms available for you viewers to support the channel. Depending on how far away in the future you are, you might have already seen some of our success with these things. That's sort of what I hope. And you've come back in time to enjoy these moments with us. But at this point in time, while I record this, we are still a self-funded operation. Hey, and I could throw more money at it, but there's always more important things like life and living. And there is a cost of living crisis happening here in New Zealand. Hey, but in saying that, I can tell you, I know that I'm a very fortunate soul. I live in one of the wealthiest nations on the planet. So here's the first sign, here's the first gate that says do not enter over here. Do not enter. The old road is unsafe. That's what that sign says. We know it's unsafe. So I remember years ago when I was actually first starting out my freight truck driving career, we used to blast our trucks through this road en masse with all the other commuters, and I honestly haven't seen it since before it closed. I haven't been back here. Now plenty of other people have been through here with more cameras and more finesse with editing and faster bikes and more dangerous lifestyles than we have. We're just a meandering dog walking channel, so if you want to see, and some people have even been up and through here with drones. I've seen some pretty good publications on the internet, if not within YouTube, also outside of the YouTube. People have come in here. Someone's even cut a hole in the fence. Up ahead here in the distance, you could probably zoom your screen in and see it from here, but we're going to get there soon, so just wait. But there is a very tall fence that was erected up in here by the local authorities, attempting to prevent people from access, and then people that want to maintain the access have cut it down. And there's also some debate about lawful access going on in this nation. Like, yeah, you can close it all you like, but it's illegal to close it because it's publicly accessible areas and blah blah blah. And anyway, here's the fence that was a full fence, and then people have cut it down. Oh, this is so cool. I dreamed of bringing us here. Hey, I'm so sorry. We could be going so much faster than this. Or you could go to a YouTube channel where people have come in here fast with their cameras rolling. We're slow because my dog is slow. Today he's slow. I bet if I went faster he would go fast. But I don't want to make him go fast on this tarmac. I could pedal, couldn't I? Oh look, here's a fellow rule breaker. Hey, I started pedaling right when they come around the corner. So I'm just trying to fit in. Now they're not looking, I'll start going back to power. Come on, Quigs, get some speed up, eh? Come on, my buddy. Good boy. I can't believe we used to fit our trucks and stuff through here. A cyclist coming up behind us. Probably watches me riding along without pedaling and calls me a cheater. Wow. Do you know what I think I could do? Yep. Taking a risk here. I'll let my dog off. He's panting a lot, so I'm going to give him some water. Want some water? And And while we're here, I'm going to do a back of the hand check on the road. Just to, I don't think it's too hot for him. It's not the hottest of days. It could be hotter. But the back of the hand tests, which I have demonstrated in the past. Yeah. I pretty much already knew, but I'm doing that for your benefit, so you know that I'm not running my dog on a road that's too hot. And I'm also not letting him go dehydrated. Hey, because I love my dog. We love Quigley, eh? Some water, more water. Good boy. I think he's had his fill now. Right, I'm going to do some time travelling for privacy, just really because I should have weed myself before. Yeah, we paused the recording for privacy reasons. Anyway, as soon as I push this button, I'll be right back. Yeah, we're back, and that wet patch might make you suspicious, but that's just from the water that we were just drinking, eh, Quigs? Man's best friend, we weed together, it was good. Okay, back on the bike. Good boy, Quigley. I don't know why I'm sticking to the left of the road, it just sort of seems like instinct, natural. Come on, Quigs! Quigley! Hide my... I like fear that I'll turn around and look and he'll be like gone. Come on. He's so slow today. Come on, Quigley. Hide my. I understand he doesn't want to run on a tarmac. He's just sort of slow plodding. But I needed to feel that little boost of speed without him dragging me down. We'll just go his pace from here on out. Look at him. I love his face. Come on. You stick with me, buddy. I'm pedaling at the moment because that's the pace that suits Quigs, and I should get some exercise. Alright, well, I feel like it's about that time where I should reiterate the housekeeping / ground rules of this YouTube channel, which I reiterate and restate every episode. We've got a couple of guideline rules on this channel represented by slogans. The first slogan is actually, never mind the 6 o'clock news, the number one slogan. So I tend to, prattle on, ladder and skite throughout every recording. Just talking my ass off, just entertaining you, being a bit of a tour guide, telling you what's up, who we are, how we are, what we're doing. What's that noise? There's a boat on the water, let's film that. Yeah, never mind the 6 o'clock news. I'm pretty much permit myself to talk about anything that comes to mind. I'm very off the cuff. But I've made it a rule not to talk about anything that's on the 6 o'clock news. Nothing controversial, nothing if it bleeds, it leads, nothing war and politics, anything like that. Yeah, so I just reiterated every episode just to remind you all. Regular viewers won't mind, and if you're new to the channel, I need you to know this. I'd like to welcome you back here with the assurances that we don't talk about dumb stuff. We don't talk about anything that's on the 6 o'clock news. That's pretty much it. That's a pretty good rule, I reckon. I think you all should be pretty happy about that. It's about promoting this as a positive, healthy, happy experience. Good for your mental health. It's good for ours. That's why we get out. That's why we've recorded these hundreds of hours of dog walks. And that's just these are just the icing on the cake, because I've got to walk my dog every single day. I don't always feel like recording them, but we do from time to time to share them with you. The number 2 rule on our YouTube channel, pun intended, is show us the poop. The slogan is show us the poop. And it's a reverse psychology slogan. It's a slogan that I designed for you all to type into the comments, even just jokingly, because I think you should be glad that you don't get to see the poop. So we pretty much record the entire experience of the dog walk, and we only edit out the poop. The poop happening, the dog doing the pooping, that's the main thing. Quigley deserves his privacy during such scenarios, and so do everybody, all the other dogs. And also, it sort of covers, anecdotally, other poopy things that happen, like if we bump into angry people, or if anything else sort of terrible happens. But those sorts of things don't come up very often. Oh, scary. Very bumpy here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! Now the reason I want more cameras for these recordings is because riding on the bike, you don't get to see Quigley much, which is a bit annoying. You see him all the time when we go walking together. He often likes to walk in front of me. He's not a big fan of riding in front of me. I mean running ahead of me while I ride. I wish he was, that would be cool. Might be time to give him a little bit more water. And keep my boy hydrated. Want some more water? Yeah. Got water for you. He's drawing. Yeah. Drink of water. Good boy. Want some more? Yeah. I would have liked to have come up here on a rainy day, to be honest. I feel bad about him being out in the heat. So I tell you what, at this point, I think we're going to turn around, mostly for his sake. I could keep going for sure. Like, this place is amazing. I turn around because I don't want to absolutely exhaust my doggy. You drink some more water? You drink it. You're a good boy. Hey, you're a good boy. Should we go back? Want to go back now? I really want to get a trailer to hook up behind here, and so I can take him places without him having to exercise to get there. Let's check the battery status. Oh, it's not lighting up very brightly. It still says full bars. That's unusual. I've done quite a few miles on this so far. Come on, Wogs. Turning around. We'll go back. You ready? Come on then. Good boy. Good boy. Well, I guess this was another fence designed to keep people out. Now, in another life, for me being a filmmaker, I sort of wouldn't mind coming up in here and making films. For the post-apocalyptic scene of it all, I'm going to drive us through this rest area here for the sake of just showing you this bit that we missed out on before when we came through on the roadway. It clearly looks like people have been able to access the area with motor vehicles somehow. Coming up in here to cause some mayhem. Couldn't tell you what age the tyre marks are. They do last quite a long time. Well, Quigley's not doing a full tilt run to keep up with me, but he's sort of doing a bit of a hippity-hoppity run. Well, I have to tell you that this is just the way that I imagined it. I guess I've seen some footages from others, but just being here, seeing this in real life is really marvellous. Yeah, so I'm sorry folks, the obviously at some point along this old highway, what's that all that noise? At some point along this old highway there's a slip. I don't know why the bike's being so noisy. The catastrophic event that closed this highway, if we had managed to get far enough along it, we would have found that and been able to marvel at the grand nature of the destruction. Oh, here comes that boat again. I might as well film it some more. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. Where is it? There. Oh, there's bloody stuff in the foreground. I'm obviously very bad at this. Sorry folks, that was that was a non-event. Come on Quigs, let's go. I'm not really sure why the bike's so noisy. We'll have to investigate that. It's good, we're in the shade from the sun, some cloud cover. We've also got breezy. How long have we been recording? 34 minutes, that's good. My minimum run time for a dog walk recording is 30 minutes, so we got a decent amount of footage in the can, folks. And you might have seen it already depending on how I edit this, but I want to show you the video of the new highway that they built to replace the fact that this one went out of commission. Show you the dash cam footage of that from our road tripping. Come on, Quigley. I'll find out if it makes that noise when I lift it. A little bit. I'm going to assume it's the mudguard because it sounds like that kind of noise that it would make, because it's, if you have a look, it's off centre. So I might have to like figure out how to adjust that. Test that theory by pushing it. So I'm like reaching down behind me to push it into the wheel and see what noise it makes. It is a bit noisy when I do that, but not the same exact noise. Oh. I've been glancing over at the railway line here in the gorge, and because I haven't actually like read any publicly available news about whether it's still in commission or whether it's been decommissioned as well, I'm going to hazard a guess that it's still a railway. And so I sort of was hoping that a train might come through while we were in the gorge, but we weren't so lucky. But for all I know, that railway's dead, just as dead as this road is. Come on, Quicks. Away from my doggy here. Come on, Quigley! Hide my. Give him some more water, eh? Shall we? Yeah. You want water? There you go. Water. My good boy. He drinks that water. Yep. Some more. Yep. More water. Where you going? Had enough water? that's enough for now. We can have more when we get home. There's not far to go. This is the final leg. Come on then. Ah, the bell just pinged itself. That was fuzzy. Oh look, I can see my house from here. I love this. This is a bit of a meme of the channel. We zoom in from afar to see our house bus in the distance. There it is. Yeah. Cool. Sorry about the wind noise, folks. Just is what it is. So noisy. Good to see my dog running on the grass. He knows what's good for him. Now what we are going to do before we close out the recording, since we've got, I've got a self-imposed time limit of an hour, we've still got another quarter of an hour at least available to us in this recording, so I think we're going to go for a tour of this. See that sign there? This is a freedom camping area, which is a publicly available area for people to come with all their motorhomes and stuff. So I thought it's a big loop-de-loop gravel road, well, dirt road that goes throughout the park, and I think it'd be quite cool to show all of you that. And we'll see if Quigley decides to stick with me or run off home when we get close to it. The funny thing is we've rolled on in here to use it as a rest stop, but we're not planning on staying here. me testing out my dog to see if he'll come with me or whether he'll go home. Quigley! Hadi mai! Yeah! He's going home. He wants to go home. Look at him. Quigley! Here! Hadi mai! Quigley! Come on! Come on! This way! I know I have to turn my back on him to make him come with me. If it's going to work. Yeah! Hadi mai! No, he's decided he's going home. What a funny guy. Oh well, that was quite a grueling mission. What I'm going to do is go for a high-speed tour of this place to show that to you, and we'll catch up with Quigley at home. Public toilet over there. Whoa! Whoa. Jeez, I'm a bit of a daredevil, aren't I? Home sweet home. Quigs! Oh, look, there he is. He did try to follow me. What a crack up guy. Okay. Well, that's it for this dog walk. We've had enough for today. If you haven't had enough, there's hours and hours of content on the channel for you to watch. Many dog walks. Hey. Hey, Tato. Hey, mate. Yeah, so, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.